A local woman nearly had her finger cut off by a car's power window.
And now there is a class action lawsuit against two automakers. CBS 2's investigator Christine Lazar is here with this consumer warning. Christine.
You know, I always just assumed that my window would go down if it came in contact with my finger or one of my children's heads.
That it wouldn't hurt it like that.
Right. Yeah, and it hurt her very, very badly. Now, the lawsuit alleges that both Kia and Hyundai are egregiously producing millions of cars that could be putting drivers and their passengers at risk. And a warning, the images you are about to see are graphic.
It was so powerful. I just can't, I could still hear the sound of it.
A mother-daughter outing.
It was just sort of hanging on by a thread of skin.
Turned into something out of a horror movie.
I just amputated my mom's finger with my car window.
I got here and, you know, I was going to get in the car, so I was just like this.
Paula Blvd was getting into her daughter's 2017 Hyundai Sonata this past summer on a hot day in Thousand Oaks. The mother and daughter had been at lunch with Sky Blvd's two small children. Sky had left the windows down a few inches to keep the car from heating up. The women each put a child in their car seat.
I finished first and I got in my car. You know, I have a little baby behind me, so my thought was get that air conditioning on and get the car cooled down, you know, as fast as possible.
Paula was backing into the passenger seat. Her left hand was rested on the cracked window.
My back was toward her, so she didn't really even see that my hand was where it was.
So Sky quickly tapped the automatic power windows.
It was so fast. It went up so fast. It was a crunch.
The passenger side window nearly sliced Paula's finger in two. Can you describe at all what that felt like?
It was a crushing injury, so it really was painful.
The women rushed Paula to the Krieger Institute of Plastic Surgery, where a surgeon sewed her finger back together. And when the shock wore off, the confusion set in.
It was more like this realization that I'm driving around with like weapons in my car that I didn't even know existed.
What happened to Paula Blvd shouldn't have happened. Federal motor vehicle safety standards require all cars with power windows manufactured after 2008 to have a feature called stop and reverse.
Where it hits a certain hits a foreign object at a certain pressure point, and it's required to stop and reverse.
This is what should happen when a power window connects with an object. Jonathan Michaels is Paula Blvd's attorney. He's filed a lawsuit against Hyundai and its sister company Kia, which builds its cars with the same technology, claiming the auto companies are aware of the defect and have misrepresented the safety of their power windows. Oh! We decided to use a carrot to simulate a finger resting on the same passenger side window of Sky's car. We then used the automatic feature and rolled up the window. And almost every time that window snapped the carrot in half. Michael says he and his team conducted the same test.
The federal regulation is that when the window rolls up, it has to stop and reverse at 100 newtons of pressure, which is not a lot of pressure. And you can see what's happening here with the carrot test, as we're calling it. It takes 200 newtons of pressure to slice a carrot.
Michael says that means the windows don't meet the federal standard.
It appears that what's happening is when the window is in a half position or not all the way down, at that point when the window is when the feature is triggered, it's not stopping at that point.
Had this been my daughter's fingers, which is not out of the realm of possibility, I think I would have a daughter with no fingers. And I would never want another family to experience that.
Sky did call Hyundai the day after the accident. What was Hyundai's response when they reached out?
They were effectively told to pound sand and said, thank you very much for calling. We note your complaint and have a nice day.
Now, we reached out to both Kia and Hyundai. A spokesperson for Hyundai said they won't comment on pending litigation, and Kia said they look forward to testing the allegations in the courtroom and not in the media. And part of the reason that Sky Blvd and her mom wanted to speak out is they just really want other people to be aware and make sure their children or their passengers' hands or arms or heads are out of the window when you roll it up. And I know it's made me a lot more cautious now as well.
Of the response to we just look forward to proving in court instead of
Yeah.
we're very sorry that it happened.
Yeah. Seems like a pretty cheap way to find out. Go get a carrot, see how your car reacts.
Test it. I
Test it.
tested mine.
Yeah, exactly. I want to test mine.
Thank you.
Kristen.
Well, can Two on Your Side help you? Just email Two on Your Side at cbs.com. Tell us your problem, or you can use social media. Use the hashtag Two on Your Side.